Okay. How do I even get started? Whatever the title of this video is going to be, I think I'm having some ideas. So, you want to have twins, or the journey of the twin mom in Nigeria, whatever the case may be. I first of all thank God for the privilege to be able to carry this pregnancy to full term. I do not take it at all for granted. I am first of all thankful to God because I'm recording today at 36 weeks, and usually the twins measure larger, like they are ahead of their weeks in the measurement. So even when they're telling me, oh, this is the week, I'm like, yes, I know that they're measuring that week, which is a good thing. I know they're measuring that week, but I know their actual week. So getting a twin pregnancy to 9 months, 36 weeks is a big testimony. I hope you know that by now. Well, pregnancy is not 9 months like they say. It's actually 10 months. It's 10 months. So it means there's 4 more weeks typically to go through. But in twin pregnancy, I don't want to get into all that because that's not what I have, like a series of videos that I'm going to talk about different things. Don't worry, you hear all the stories. So I'm not going to get into all those. But usually, anyways, to complete what I was saying, in twin pregnancy, they would say that you should you should deliver earlier than 40 weeks and all because of space and everything in between. Anyways, welcome to the pregnant version of Signal. Welcome to Signal TV. I wanted to do this recording with this stomach. In fact, for me to do this recording for you, God is the one that has given me strength and power, according to the book of Isaiah. Because it is not as easy as, especially when you're carrying multiples, it's not as easy as people are just doing. Well done. I give kudos to content creators that are they just doing like this with especially mom of multiples. But yeah, it's not that easy. It wasn't that easy for me. And today we're just going to just chill and relax. And I'm going to unbox a gift. One of the first gifts I've gotten in this pregnancy period. So I've gotten different kinds of gifts. So I've gotten the gift of time, the gift of love, the gift of prayers. This gift that I'm unboxing, that is the first gift in this pregnancy from my mom to, is like a package gift. So I'm not saying that, oh, that's the only thing. Like physical package gift, yeah, it's like the first out of many because I know that you are sending me a gift, right? I know that you're sending me a gift if you've not already sent me a gift. So I'm going to be doing that. So coming up, so watch out for it. I really, really like the gifts that she gave to me when she came to visit. How are you doing? I myself am also recording this for memory's sake because I would like to remember how I was when I was pregnant with the twins. By the way, these shoes, I use them for photo shoots, and you know, they're just the shoes that I'm keeping. Well, I don't. It's not necessary for them to wear it, but just to say, hey, you know, the twins are coming. The twins are coming. They're in the belly. By the way, they are greeting your aunties and uncle. The only thing is they would have come out by the time by the grace of God, by the time I'm sharing this video. So that's that about that. I think I can now keep the shoes so that we can get into business. So what do we want to talk about today? I just want to talk about my journey so far. Briefly, I'm going to be doing a couple. I'm going to be sharing. I am led and I would want to happily share a couple of. I'm going to put it in, I'm a teacher and a trainer. So I'm going to put it in like curriculum formats where I'm going to be sharing different parts of my journey as a twin mom in Nigeria. Twin, in case you didn't know it, twin pregnancy is considered high risk pregnancy. It's considered what they call a high risk, so that the categorization of a high risk pregnancy. So One of the interesting things and one of the interesting reasons why I'm also sharing because many times people are just like, oh, twins, I want to have. But nobody is really talking about the other side of what does it require to have to carry twins to what is considered full term, especially by your medical practitioner, because it's different for different people. By the grace of God, I'm recording this at 36 weeks, which is 9 months. It means my due date is coming. I don't want to give birth at 36. I want to give birth past 36 weeks. And that is what will happen by the grace of God. However, there are some people they don't get to 36 weeks or they give birth at 36 weeks. It's different for different people, and there are a lot of factors that contribute to that. So, how do you navigate that? How do you prepare for that? A lot of those things we're going to be talking about in subsequent series. Today's and those subsequent series, there's a less likelihood that you see me with a baby bump. So those I'm going to record by the grace of God when I have given birth. All right. So that's when you'll be seeing those videos. Most important thing is that you see them. But I wanted to record this one today. So we'll just all have it. They'll be like, oh, this cell signal is I don't even know if it's showing in a like grand manner, but yeah, it is what it is. It is the pregnant side of signal. And that's that about that. So I'm so thankful to God. One of the questions that I was asked very often during this pregnancy that I could even, if I want to start making money off of it, I probably could, was, oh, was it IVF or was it natural? Was it IVF or that was the question when people ask, and even before some people would ask. When I'm saying this, of course, it was a lot of the people that asked me were medical practitioners because not like I put twin mom on my head walking on the road. So it's medical practitioners. There are different places where we went to do the ultrasound and all that at different points in the pregnancy or consulting with doctors. Because, by the way, I was registered to 3 hospitals. More on that later in another video, not this video. So, yeah, when I say medical practitioners, there's a reason why there's S at the back because I was registered to 3 hospitals. That's a different conversation entirely. So, yeah, and for me, in case you didn't know, or you're just watching this video as the first maybe it's the first resource or bus stop for regarding this twin pregnancy, ours was supernaturally conceived. That's how it was supernaturally conceived because we have a journey and God has just been so good to our family. I'm not going to get into that in another video. In another video, I will get into that as well. But of course, it's not public news that I've put out there. But before this pregnancy, I had a miscarriage. And that was 1 year, exactly 1 year before getting pregnant for this pregnancy with a set of twins. So when I say it was supernaturally conceived, it was supernaturally conceived. So it's what people would say natural conception. So I didn't use IVF. There was nothing I was using. And then let's get into so did you, by the way, you can let me know the question because since I'll be breaking the different parts to sharing this pregnancy journey. And I'm very interested in sharing the medical parts because the most parts what I see online is people say, oh, with their babies, and it's nice. That's really good. But let's also talk about those other things that nobody talks about or wants to talk about easily because they are important parts of pregnancy. And for me, I was looking for those kind of resources. And that's when I decided that as God keeps me and takes me through this twin pregnancy to full term, I'm going to pay it forward in terms of helping to share my journey to just help women who are moms of multiples to be able to just have some sort of hope and some sort of access to some information from a mom myself because I know there's information from doctor and all that, but there are times where we just want to ask the next pregnant mom who is in our situation that How are you feeling apart from what the doctor told us? So there is that, and it's very important to acknowledge that. So a lot of times I looked for this kind of information on YouTube, and respectfully, I didn't really see much content from Nigeria. I was perplexed. Like, except I didn't search where I saw medical guidance, all this, how to conceive. Those are the kind of things I was saying. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? What kind of twins may you be having? Like, I saw all those kind of content, but I didn't really see content that's asked that were answering questions, like the twin mom of twins coming to say, oh, this and that were some of the things that I did. They've moved. Yeah, you may not see it, but my stomach has changed its position. Anyways, they are moved or they are moving. Yeah, it has changed its position since when I from the way that I started sitting. Anyways, which is very normal. That's another thing in this twin pregnancy. I don't want to distract what I was saying, but let me finish up what I was saying before I now come to the stomach part of things. What was I finishing up? So I was saying, so they're just things that I just wanted to hear from one mom to another. It's not like I had, if I was registered to three hospitals, then I got a number of doctors. Of course, I had a lead doctor that I was listening to, a core voice, but I also had like other doctors that I was consulting with. I think there are minimum of five. Yeah, the minimum of five in total. But that I was consulting with, or and let me use the word I had access to. I had access to consulting with whatever the case may be. In different cases, I was getting different opinion, but I had like a lead doctor that I was listening to. Again, more on that later. Today's video is just to chill. It's not for anything like, oh, it's just to chill, just for you to see me. I myself see you. We see each other. That sort of thing. That's what today's video. And I told myself, it's not a three ways to no. If you want to watch three ways to, please go and check all the videos I've been recording. I've tried, and I've not scratched the surface. So when I say I've tried, I'm not saying I've even done anything. I'm saying there are some content there that you can watch. Today is chilling day. That's what I'm doing today. I'm just talking to people who just want to know how I'm doing or how the journey was for me. It's not three ways to anything or 14 days or 14 ways to be able to get anything. So that's that about that. And it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. So yeah, we'll speak about other things. And as you've got questions as a future mom of multiples, or as a future, to be specific, mom of twins, I welcome you to this channel. You're going to enjoy it. It will continue. My relationship and marriage content will continue while I also share this journey. This is going to be like in a series format. What other question might you have that I will need to answer? Then shortly, I'm going to start unboxing the first packaged gifts I got in my pregnancy. You know, in case you missed it, that my love language is act of service and gifts, and receiving gifts, act of service and gifts. I love gifts, especially when they are well packaged. You can give me a pencil, but if you package that pencil well, there's a way you can package the pencil with perfume, all that, really good. I'll keep the case. But there's a way you can also give out a gift to just be very random. So I enjoy that. So yeah, ours is supernaturally conceived, natural conception. Did I eat yam or eat this? Honestly, I'm trying to really think back. Let me think back. Before, when I got pregnant for the twins, first of all, I'd been on a very intentional weight loss journey from 2022 up until 2023. As at 2023, July, when I was celebrating my birthday, they're saying hi, uncles and aunties. Thank you for watching, mommy. We are coming out soon. They are moving. So when I was that, I did that birthday shoot. And by the way, and as at my birthday in 2023, I was pregnant. or that was the pregnancy that ended in miscarriage. So I did that birthday photo shoot. I think that I must be I've been weighing, I'm certain, between 68 to 70 kg. And this is somebody coming for over 100 kg. So I'd achieved a lot. I'd achieved a lot with pregnancy with I say pregnancy journey with like weight loss. So what was happening? What was happening afterwards? Like from month of July till the time when I had the miscarriage and all that, and just living life from through 2023, 2024 was maintaining my weight, and weight fluctuates. So maintaining my weight and all that. But why am I sharing that? I'm sharing that because some things that people want to know is, oh, is there anything you did? I've already said it's supernaturally conceived. So there are no five ways, there are no five keys, there are no, because I know that this set of twins that God has given to the Emmanuel dynasty, our family, is a gift from God, and it's a privilege for us to be able to raise them. Like I know this one is not that, oh, I'm saying it because people just say it for courtesy, like, well, God gave it to us. So I know, I'm sure, I'm convinced, and they are proof that this is supernaturally conceived, and God wants brought these children our way for a time such as this, and for us to get the privilege of raising them. Of course, it is demanding, and I don't want us, even though I digress, it's very important that while we're thinking of pregnancy and we're so happy with either having multiples, twin, triplets, or singleton, remember that it's not to make you happy, and it's not just to it's not celebration is good, and God wants us to celebrate. Trust me, He's happy when we're happy. Part of the process of why He gives us the precious humans called children that will now grow into adult is also, to enrich our lives as well. So this is not to say, oh, God is just standing with a cane and say, okay, I want you to mentor them this way. So yeah, there's that. There's the part of also enjoying the journey, and that's one of the things that I had to learn in my own journey. I had to learn to enjoy the journey of knowing that, hey, God wants me to enjoy this process, be present in this process, and be happy that I am carrying twins, and just enjoy the movement of the babies in my belly. I realized that because you know me now. For those who know me, I'm all about. So this is the training model, and those things are important because at the end of the day, a lot of people get distracted with, oh, baby, baby, but they forget that, yeah, while they are babies, you are really training an adult. Yeah, they are babies for a while, so enjoy it, but their destiny is not to be babies. So please don't lose sight of that as you try to conceive. Remember and understand that when God sends children your way to your family through whatever means, is because he's giving you the privilege and is trusting you to raise them right and expand his kingdom on earth as it is in heaven through your family, so that we don't get lost in baby, baby, baby. So enjoy the moment. God wants you, oh, enjoy them, enjoy. You won't see it again. God does definitely wants you to enjoy the moment, but don't lose focus while you're enjoying the moment. Where was I? I told you that this vlog is a chilled. Where was I again? How did I get here? Mm. Sorry, oh, if what I was saying before was the part. Okay, I think I were here. I remember what I was saying. So I think I was saying, so to questions that you may have that just briefly answering here. So how did you, what did you do? I was trying to share just my journey. So I done weight loss, but the weight loss thing wasn't necessarily because of trying to conceive or anything. I was just doing weight loss for my health. I was doing weight loss for my health, for my life, because I have a purpose and I have a calling, and I must deliver it to the best of my ability as I rely on God's strength. And I must do my own part. God is not going to come and lose weight for me. So if I'm not to be eating certain junks and all that, it is my responsibility. And so That was what I was using to lose weight, maintain weight, and all that. So that happened. However, what happened is that it became a habit in my life, obviously, because I won't lose from a over 100 kg to about 70 kg there. About the normal range kept being around 70 to 75, and then come and want to gain it back for what? So my life continued. Health, no, everybody that knows me knows that health is one of my top priorities. My life continued like that, and that takes me to answer number one. I would say living healthy and preparing to conceive is a thing. I'm even reading a book for first time mom, and that's one of the things that the doctor, who is an author, puts in there as well. So living healthy, and this is something I've known. I think is what maybe what you want to call a no-brainer. Although different people give birth with whatever weight or whatever it is they are eating or whatever level of health, and they are able to carry to full term. I am just sharing my journey. So health wise, I was very intentional. It was not accidental in terms of preparing my body for the miracle that God was going to bring. When after the miscarriage, obviously, if we had the miscarriage, that means we wanted a child, and then the child went back to be with the Lord. Obviously, we continue to trust God for another child until we saw that we're going to have twins. God did it. God made it double, double. So my health and living healthy helped. So if you're trying to be a mom of multiples, know that it is a high risk pregnancy. So your health matters. Your health matters. So how are you taking care of your health? They would say typically when you don't when you're to conceive twins, they'll say things like your BMI should be a particular level. And that's particular level from what I've seen. No, the statistics and data can change maybe after this video. It means you should be on the big side. But I remember because I've always wanted twins, by the way. So it was a thing I even prayed to God about. So it's not like, oh wow. I was just my husband, I was like, wow. And I told him, well, me, I was praying for twins. Why? My husband was like in the wild land. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for answering my prayers. So I've always wanted that. Like I didn't mind. And when I will put my request to God, I will say, oh, for your glory. Like you know the children and you know the humans that you need to bring in through this family. So even as I prayed for twins, I wasn't praying for twins so that I'll not be flaunting them, be saying, Ìyá ìbejì, twins, twin mom. No, that was not the reason why I was praying for twin. I wanted twins because I wanted twins. And then I also knew that it will come with responsibility. There are a whole lot of responsibility that comes with twins that people don't even talk about. And we'll get to that, and God will continue to give me wisdom. For example, one of the things I like to think about is, do we want our children? I'm just It's me just thinking about it. You can see I'm thinking about it in pregnancy. So you can see I'm thinking, do I want the twins to be in the same class? Do we want them to be in the same class? Do we want this? That's something my husband and I will talk extensively on when it's time for school and all that. Once we start seeing their personalities and the things that shape them, the things that God has brought in through them, and how what they need to thrive. Because yeah, anyway, that's a different conversation. I don't want to open another conversation because with twins now they're growing together and all that. So yeah, just and I'm wondering, or are they going to be in different schools? If they're going to be in different schools, how do you want to do the dynamics and all that? So these are real conversations that families of multiples, because it's not only mom, daddy too is there, dad of multiples, families of multiples have to have. And why did I bring this up? I brought this up because when I was praying to God, I understood to an extent, anyways, because He's going to continue to give me to open my eyes. I understood that it's not having twins, it's not it's not all about that. There's a whole curriculum to raising them that is not the same thing with singletons. Singletons, I just okay, go to this school. For twins, you want to say, okay, do you want to put them in the same class? Would it work for them? Would it, because how many people in the Nigeria space know how to manage twins without constantly comparing them? You see how the deep matters are beginning to come. So, but don't worry, God is going to, what you can do is you can pray. You can pray for our family, and God is going to continue to give us wisdom. The Lord who gave us these supernaturally conceived twins is going to give us the wisdom and direction on how to raise them. And it's just very important for us to put that in mind as well. And anyways, so yes, your health, if you want to have twins, you're trying for twins naturally, is something that you should consider. The whole BMI thing, when you Google, I don't think you should be fat. When I used to see the thing after when I'm praying and I'm trying to say, oh, there are these videos that say how to get twins, all that. My dear, like I don't know how to explain it, but like I tell myself, me, I'm not going to be fat because I'm trying to have twins. That's for me. Oh, I'm not necessarily on the big side. If it's not like it's pregnancy or something else. So I said, oh, I'm not really interested in being on the big side if I'm going to have, because I want to have twins and all that. But they would usually tell you, oh, be on the big side and all that. And in subsequent video, if I remember to connect it, I would explain why they actually say so, because it takes a lot of weight to be able to, your body needs that capacity to carry twins or even multiples. So according to science and what I've shared, is even slimmer people are at risk because of their capacity, maybe a bit shaky. But we've seen slim people go on to carry to full term successfully, multiples that God has given to them. So there's that. Then prayers. I already said that I prayed for twins. I prayed for these. There are times I still remember one day when I went to get something at a restaurant and I saw a set of twins. I think that was one moment that everyone looked down. I was like, give her, grant her the request. I want to believe at least that's one of the moments. I also remember another moment where I was praying while going on my prayer walk. I remember a significant moment that I believe God signed it up that okay, give her. You see, I looked at those twins and I was like, if I can just adopt them. Like I looked at it and I was genuine. It wasn't a matter of I looked at it. For me, it was even beyond, it was beyond, oh, I must carry my own in my stomach, that kind of thing. I looked at these twins and I was like, if I could just, I don't know, I was just there, just imagining. I just liked them. I just like them. So prayers. But one thing you have to understand is in prayers, you are not going to bend God's hand. He is the one that is going to give you what you need. So even as I continue to pray, I was very open to singleton. And I did not think that it was going to be less of God's prayer for me, because like God is the one that knows what I need, what I can carry, all that. Some people now, but I'm telling you, this is my ninth month, 36 weeks, as at the time of recording this. But some people may not be able to carry to that term. God knows our body structure and all that. God knows. He's the one, he has I called it, it's like the Google map of our life. So let's allow him and pray and continue to do our own part where we need to. So I remember that when I even used to pray, I tell myself that okay, but if God doesn't give me twins, maybe He has a reason for it. Maybe He feels my body cannot carry it or something. Because again, it is a high risk pregnancy. This is not to scare anybody, but I'm just telling you. Go and Google it. It's not. The way people say, "Oh, thank God, though, thank God for people like us with good testimonies," and yours would even be better by the grace of God. But it's not to reduce that there is a high risk pregnancy. When I break down the other part of the videos I'll talk about some of my concerns that I had through this journey that I'm now giving testimony for, because this is the ninth month. Yeah, God has just been so good in this pregnancy. So prayers, definitely prayers, but prayers not to bend God's hand. Prayers like you are coming to God in partnership with what you are going to do with the children that He sends your way. It's not prayer for you must give it to me. You did it for somebody, you did it for you will do it. You must do it. You must try to get the architecture of what God wants to do in your life and your family life. Don't now make it a thing of sadness, a thing of if I don't have it, if I don't know, no, no. That was definitely not how I prayed personally. Anyways, it was if I don't have it, it will not do. So when you pray according to scriptures. And then what's the third thing I will ask? Oh, by the way, I'm not there's the one that they will say, oh, be an older person. Yes, I am over 30, but I'm not like an older mom. I'm not at the time of recording this video, I'm not 35 years and above. I'm not ahead. So I was not, it's not those things that made me pregnant for because there's also that when you Google, there's also the what are these categories? Yeah, they will share all those things. If you're an older mom, which is true, if you the older you get, the higher tendency you have for multiples is actually true scientifically and proven. So yeah, there's also that. So when I say mine is supernaturally conceived, yeah, that is just what it is. So there's that as well. And then the third one, before I start unboxing, at least we've gisted enough now. You can now let me know your questions. I'll not take out time. By the way, by the way, before I even go to the third point, look, see me as I'm looking like a baby girl. This is not how it was. Oh. The first child, I used to say pregnancy and I will humbled each other. Me too, I humbled pregnancy. Pregnancy too humbled me. If you say I was looking in the first trimester, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. In fact, the sessions I took in the first trimester, I'm still trying to remember how I went through with it. Because I couldn't talk like this in the first trimester without spitting. I was vomiting. I was vomiting. I was spitting. I was vomiting. I was spitting. Which comes with the terrain of carrying multiples for some mom. It came with my own terrain. Maybe others, it may not be their reality. So you see this one that I'm talking, we've just been talking. Sometimes I would have to chew gum to be able to keep on a conversation because I can't speak for more than 1 minute without having something like something must be there to spit it out, and it's because I'm carrying multiples. So thanks be to God for that, and thank God I made this here specifically for the photo shoot which has happened. Did the photo shoot at 7 months, and yeah, it was worth it. It was what it. So now I'm baby girl through the third trimester, which is not like a walk in the park. Oh. When I mean I'm baby girl, like I can do videos, I can snap photos, I can do some recordings here and there, but it's not like it's still that easy. Like to sleep is something. When it's time to sleep, I'm like, all right, let's go again this night. But we go again, enjoy because this is a season. And the thing about seasons is, they don't last forever. So I rather enjoy and be in my season, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. So there's that. I'm just telling you that this whole baby look thing is not. I think it started. The baby girl look started coming back from like maybe half of second trimester. Half of second trimester. Oh my God, it has been a journey. Okay, so pregnancy size. I think pregnancy size is dependent on your body size, your weight. Some people now, this baby bump, this 9 months baby bump is their own one baby. Me, it's two children dey inside. So in terms of what will be the size of your belly measurement, people used to be so I mean I was not bothered. I think I was bothered about that in the first pregnancy when I was a miscarriage, but this one I didn't even bother my head because like I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered about where's the size, what is as long as we first of all I was I just knew this was supernaturally conceived, and secondly the we will work with ultrasounds to see how the babies were doing and all that. So like I'm not really, in case you are bothered about that, how what size should your belly be, I would say you shouldn't really bother. Just because high risk pregnancy requires consistent monitoring. You can't just do like people with singleton. Just even some people with singleton are still high risk, depending on if it's a couple of factors. So what I would say, don't bother about belly size and bond with your baby. But there are a couple of other things that I think is important to say. Maybe as I'm unboxing the gift, because I want to go to unboxing the gift now. We can talk about it. Then the the third point I want to give about, I can't remember how I structured it, but I know that the preparation to have twins. So I happen to have twins in my genealogy. But don't go and now say, hey, I said it. No talk no talk Like I said, I'm so sure that these twins were supernaturally conceived, that even if my grandma did not give birth to twins, I will still have these twins. I'm sure about it. Not be say anything. So this is an important factor and an important thing to share. But it shouldn't. I don't want anybody who doesn't have twins in their genealogy or in their family to now feel like, it's over for us. No. Of course, there's a higher chance, all that scientifically, if you if you have somebody in your family that has had twins and all that, guaranteed. However, please, it's not, twin pregnancy is not for only people who have twins in their family. I cannot overemphasize that, because even though when my husband and I will be discussing that, I don't really have twins from my family. Oh, tell me, who has it? Then I'll be reminding you, be like, oh yeah, that's true. But like, I close the conversation with, that's not the reason though why God gave us twins. It's not because of our genealogy. That's just the truth about it. Me, I know now. Maybe it's me that is carrying the children. I know. But it's also important to mention. And if you have twins in your genealogy, good for you. You can't just be next in line, depending on how it works out. Okay, so I've received a couple of gifts. I already said that. The gift of prayers, gift of time, even the gift of support like cash and all that. But this is the first boxed gifts of, how do I say, physical gifts. Physical gifts, that's how I said, I'm receiving the pregnancy. So I want to, I need to pin this here. I want to unbox it as I close out in this video, because I mean, why shouldn't you unbox a great gift? So this is from my mentor. If you don't know my mentor, you don't know my mentor. You don't know my mentor, you don't know my mentor. I don't know what you are doing. So the first is, I've got two gowns here that she brought for me when she came to visit. I think I should be able to insert, in case you're just wondering who is a mentor. So I should be able to insert a picture somewhere so you get a glimpse.
Thank you so
So
much.
this is really beautiful. This
Love
is
you too,
really,
ma. Thank
really, I've been
you.
wondering how to
Thank you so
unbox
much.
this gift, because I like to
Thank you.
unbox gifts, by the way, that are beautiful. And like, this is so nice. She brought this. Oh, I love it. Whew. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I really, really love it. Okay, of course, I'll pack it later. Let me just keep it here. I'll pack it off camera. Then we have a second gift. In fact, this one now you're supposed to know by, well, not everybody may know this brand, but via brand, you're supposed to already know who she is. So can you see? Can you see? See. So do you know who she is now? She brought this gift for me as one of, and she's the first in line to give a physical gift during this pregnancy when she came to visit, and I'm just so happy. So see. That's pastor, coach, mentor, mentor, Debola Deji Kirby. And I'm just so grateful. I love these gifts. I love them. Okay, another part. By the way, did I tell you that this chair I'm sitting on, I had to buy it specially for this pregnancy, because to sit on cushion was very hard for me. I know they sit for cushion. Oh. We have, of course, I have a cushion in my house, but I don't sit there because it's this chair like this plastic chair. I went to go and buy it because that's what it works. Okay, so she brought a box. Now the one where if you see, you go see you. This other chair, see, I got this chair from Jumia, thinking, it will be the chair for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to change chair. It was not. It was okay. It served this purpose. Of, it's not like this chair I'm sitting on is the one that fits my back for this pregnancy. So this is the gift. Let's get right into unboxing. Shall we? What is inside the box? So we have a bottle of wine. Wine. This will be taken after the pregnancy. So there is that. Then I acknowledge the presence of these beautiful things. I like it. Then yeah, we've got chocolates. See, we've got chocolates in the building. Then I also need to bring out the biscuits. Okay. I'm wondering what. Okay, so then there's the biscuits, chocolate and biscuits. All right. Then we have this. It's called a printed polar fleece. A printed polar fleece. So let me open it up. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, like the video. If you like the video, like the video. Don't forget to share your comments and ask questions of particular things you would like to hear about on this twin pregnancy journey. I'm more than happy to answer it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's nice. Really, really good. It's good stuff. So this is it. And then a vacuum jug flags. Woo! So amazing. It's a jug flask. Yeah, beautiful. Good one. Nice one. Looks good. Whew, so this is one of the many gifts to come. So yeah, and of course the kit in itself is a gift because it's beautifully packed. All right, so really the first set of people to give me gifts in this pregnancy would be my biological mom and my spiritual mom, my mentor, momtor, and my biological mom. My biological mom has been supporting with the baby account with cash gifts ahead of delivery while I'm on the pregnancy. So yeah, she's part of who that's been giving cash. My mom tour, like you just saw, has been, she came visiting and she just brought this very amazing gift, the gift box. So I'm already receiving pregnancy gifts. I hope you know that pregnancy gift is not only for the children, right? So if you're watching this video and thinking, what will I buy for the twins? The mother uncle, the father uncle. So that's something that I got to realize, that when you're buying things for a family, I mean, buy what you can afford though. Buy what you can afford, and buy what is valuable, buy what is useful to the person as well. All right. I will need to close out this video now. It has been a good one. I've tried now. I've tried, right? I want to thank God and I want to bless God because it continues to, God is magnificent and his ways are truly not our ways. So whatever it is that you are desirous of, whatever it is that you know that is in God's plan for your life, I just want you to know that he's going to bring it to pass. And you should keep trusting him and you should keep walking with him. And I just want to emphasize, keep praying scriptures and keep believing scriptures. Keep praying scriptures, keep believing scriptures, and God will bring it to pass in your life. It's not only baby that people wait for. There are a number of other things that people wait for that may not even be obvious to other people. So may the Lord bring your heart desires to pass. May He bring joy to your life, flavor, and you'll continue to walk in light, and your light will bring light and give life to other people that have been called to your tribe in the name of Jesus. We'll continue with this series. As it is now, I've tried. It's for me to go and relax and be preparing for delivery at the right dates, at the right day. But to reach and exceed the 9 months mark with twin pregnancy is God. God has already even done it. It's the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our sight. To get to this point, my brothers and sisters, no, I can't. Some days I can't put it in words. I can't put it in words. And I'm just glad that I'm also documenting this, that this is a twin pregnancy that God is has allowed to get to full term. I am grateful. And I know that He that started the good work will complete it in the lives of these children. Like, subscribe, share. Bring gifts, come visiting, ask questions. It's a time of celebration. Be a part of it, and I welcome and invite you to be a part of it. I'm SAGENEL TV, a therapist, a counselor, and an author. I'll see you in my next